Hello, everyone. Let me just, just make sure everything's working. How's everyone doing? Thank you for the head pats. Hi, Ninja Man. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Isa. I think I remember... Oh, hi, Suri. I had no idea you would be here today. Okay. Take this sub to the Sour Temple, I guess. We have our heading. Now remember exactly what we're doing. Gonna watch some Spice and Wolf with Rumi. That sounds pretty nice. Oh, I was braced for something much worse to happen before you go. Oh, geez, that's more what I expected. Okay, he's following. I believe this is the way. So yeah. As I recall, undead, in case you hadn't noticed. We gotta protect this guy even though he keeps running ahead. We can tell him to back off though. Which we'll probably do.
Oh dear. Oh my. God is protect me.
But that means we gotta run back and forth. Before stream, by the way, I was looking at Duskborn spoilers for MTG. I didn't think I'd be into it. It's all styled like 80s horror tropes. And I was like, ooh, do I want 80s horror cards? It turns out I do. They look really fun. I can't go quite as hard as I did on Boomborough, though.
Oh dear.
It's a bit weird, but you get why people would like it.
Protect me.
Oh, I'll be honest. I'm less into the theming, but more into the effects. I appreciate them branching out, though. You know, you'd think with infinite planes, there'd be more planes that just kind of look normal. At least one. Fun to think about just a Johnny Goldmane showing up. And there's just like a mini mart. I nearly killed this man, by the way. Shop S-Smart. Shop Smart. S-Smart Smart. It's honestly that vibe exactly. There's even a chainsaw equipment. It's not a chainsaw hand equipment, though. Missed opportunity. I'm gonna actually heal. I was highly suspicious about this whole arena-looking area. Oh, I guess there's no one guarding it. What luck! We'll read that later. It's a trap. To make you look silly by wasting your time getting up there. I'm gonna try to get over there with just a jump. Incredible. It was so not worth my time. I'd love to just see the Gatewatch in Scooby-Doo cosplay. Jace would be Shaggy. I think Johnny's gonna have to be Scooby-Doo by fuzzy reasons alone. Although, to be fair, Jace is definitely more of a Velma.
Oh dear. Oh my. Goddess protect me.
Nope. I keep getting so distracted thinking about Planeswalker Scooby-Doo. I don't think there's a good Daphne. Okay, I know I saved at some point. We're golden. To be honest, I don't know the Planeswalker characters well enough to do this bit. Dude literally just ran in front of me and then said, be careful. Sorry, I got distracted. If Chandra's Daphne, do you think Vivian could be Fred? It's so close to working. Don't forget about Scrappy, too. Scrappy... Oh, I like Scrappy, too. We're all banned here. Scrappy-Doo was my favorite as a kid. Scrappy-Doo can be Rouse Eric as an otter. Why are there so many of them? I'm never going to fix it where when I manually reload it hits me. You wait here.
Oh dear. Oh my. Goddess protect me.
Oh, where'd they go? There's so many. So the plan here is hopefully... What I was hoping for was I would absorb the magic faster than it killed me. It didn't pan out that time.
Oh dear. Oh my. Goddess protect me.
Shoot, we got health, or we got magic that time, but died too quickly.
Oh dear. Oh my.
These guys aren't even that bad except for the part where they encumber you. Rumi has work to do, so you're here for now. Well, I hope you get to watch soon. And I hope their work goes okay. Yeah, I try to tell them. I actually liked Scrappy too whenever I saw him. I make the rules around here and we're a Scrappy friendly channel. I was watching Billiam, which is a channel I highly recommend to people in my age demographic, which is most of us, I think. Yeah, Billiam. Billiam, hipster trash. He was doing a retrospective on all of Scooby-Doo over the course of several videos. His take is Scrappy's a fine character, but they added him at the same time they removed half the cast. And removing half the cast was the actual problem. He was a symbol. Oh my gosh, Tatra, thank you so much. Also, hi. Just got back from work looking for new work in Ireland. You weren't in Ireland before, were you? That's a pretty big move. Want to finally fly out of the nest and live here? It's pretty far away. But good on you. I hope it goes well. I hear that's a wonderful place. I don't know how to work a knife that small. It's 2 hours by plane. Okay, well, maybe it's not that far away. For me, whenever you move a country... As an American currently living in Australia, moving countries is a big deal. I know it's less so in Europe. You want to work in Ireland? Who's hiring? You can be co-workers. Yeah, after a little while, it starts to fade. I don't really notice Australian accents anymore. Except for, you know, some really strong ones I'll still struggle with. You're going along with your brother? That's honestly, I love that. That sounds awesome. I dropped my sword. Surrey going, you all right, mate? Surrey always has a Surrey always had a very light accent, as far as I could hear. You bent your Wookiee. You bent your Wookiee, mate. We've killed the last of the profane, by the way. The Lich is guarding the Shrine of the Dead. No, like you really mean it. Okay. You're more of a C7 user, or 7Z. Honestly, I didn't think to check to make sure it was a different category. I strongly encourage refunding any ill-gotten trivia randomization. It's only a redeem, by the way, so people will actually see it. And also, like, so people don't use it all the time. Can you rant a little to get it off your chest? Sure. Every time the redeem is used, it defies probability. Yeah, you were funny. Okay, good. I don't know the points economy well. You've killed the profane? Please, take me to the Shrine of the Dead. I'd rather not speak of it. I know what must be done, but the place frightens me to the core. I don't know why I was chosen, but Our Lady believes I must be the one to go, as the shrine must be cleansed. I'll now cleanse the Shrine of the Dead. I suppose, if I can. Be with me, lady. Yeah, I'm here. You cleansed my ghost away. It is done. Please, can we return to the temple now? I can. I'm joking. Kinda wanted to explore, though. We'll mark it. I don't think anything else is marked right now that's of import. Oh, one of those alcoholics is worse than the other. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I honestly completely understand. Even if it isn't directed at you, that's extremely stressful to even be around. Yeah, just do what you have to do. Your folks can always talk to you through your Twitch channel. That part was a joke. But, like, you know, they can. But at a certain point, you do have to start... And this sounds bad, but it's true. You do have to look out for yourself sometimes. A better way to put that, you have to take care of yourself sometimes. Long talk sounds pretty nice. A rancid stench nearly overwhelms you. This is not the smell of death. There is something else here. But at the end of the day, it seems like talking is really all you can do in that situation. So you're doing everything that you should. You're getting yourself out of the situation, and it's sort of up to her at a certain point. If you know what I mean. Well, up to both of them, I suppose. Rolls! So mad that I completed the game using only scrolls? You can't even make scrolls, can you? I can see how it works, but I can't imagine... The hard part seems like, routing it out. Well, I haven't found anything smelly yet. There's some hound meat. Is that what was causing the smell? Same person used only enchanted items to beat the game. Got a powerful ring which allows him to shoot a fireball to 200 damage or something. I need myself one of those. I haven't enchanted anything this whole run. I gave all my money to some elf in need. He always spends it on repairs. I have been forgetting. I don't think I've repaired a single item. And, you know, part of that is I don't use a lot of stuff that needs repairing. But I'd like to use my wolf hat. I'd like to use my paralysis longsword. The only reason I haven't been is because of the brokenness of them. Seems pretty decent. Plenty of ways to get a glass knife in this neighborhood for even cheaper, though. Unless you're playing an honest folk. There he goes. He figured it out. What was your challenge? Increase speed, agility, and strength to 99, but personality reduced to 1. I mean, that seems doable. Except, isn't there like one... the Dwemer you talk to. How'd things go with him? Or die trying. I like that. That's what it felt like for me sometimes, and I didn't even start with no, with like one personality. I just did my initial test character with like kind of high personality, and I'm like, ooh, everyone in this game is so friendly, how nice. I started without investing in it, and everyone was like, get out of here, scum. Oh. Oh, there's a difference. I thought there was a ladder here. Here it is. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh, the dwarf did. He enchanted Wraithguard, but he was real rude about it.
Health and healing are my specialties.
Poor guy's been through a lot, though. I suppose it's reasonable, but he should just be happy that anyone comes to see him and isn't hostile. You know, any non-corpus monster that he can have a conversation with. My standards would be pretty low in his situation.
If you insist.
Justice never sleeps.
Hype for Skywind? They have about 39 concepts left and 20 NPCs to animate. It's been going for like almost as long as Skyrim's been out, right?
Try me, and you'll regret it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Well, we can't go that way anymore.
Our Lady's blessings upon you, faithful.
It's all a project made by people who volunteer to help. Yeah, I guess it's technically not the open source community, but like volunteers do some pretty amazing stuff sometimes. Just like, oh yeah, I've got a free afternoon to just program a video game for free. Sorry, I'm taking a second to actually shut my phone up for once. It's going to be about 40 euros total. Wait. The System Shock remake was also made by a bunch of volunteers? I assume that was like a funded project. Have you settled that business with Shrine of the Dead? Absolutely. Interesting. You've performed your duty well. I don't like the way he says that. The goddess is very pleased. Take this blessed spear as a gift from Lady Almalexia. You'd think she'd know that I prefer swords. It is good that you have been of service to Our Lady. Unfortunately, I know nothing you may do for the lady now. Speak with Pedris Hlur. He usually has errands that must be completed by the lowly. Don't let him tell you he has nothing to be done. I'm sure there's something. I'm not sure if I like this place.
Justice
It was made by a small company who hired volunteers, but paid them fairly. I'd prefer if they were just called employees at that point, but I suppose that's alright. But it took about 10 years to complete. That's what happens when you're working on a project and you don't hire people.
I clean this temple, sir. Mind you keep it that way.
Fair enough. Granny Varys. I'm gonna get a lot of magic out of you someday, aren't I?
How are you today?
I spoke with the lady earlier today, and there may be something that one of your skill will be able to help with. The Lady Almalexia would like you to retrieve a powerful artifact. Bear Lazar's Mazed Band. All I know is the goddess wants it returned. You'll find it in the ruins beneath the temple. Search to the northwest in the sewers. There's a passageway in the abandoned crypt that has been blocked off by a cave-in, but Almalexia had the area cleared. As for the item itself, I don't really see why you'd need to know any more about it. If you must inquire, perhaps Gavis Drin can give you more details. Lord Archcanon. I'll get more details. I like that he's just wearing glass shoulders for some reason.
I had the Drakes. I could dress like that.
But if they just make you take up an entire job's worth of new duties on top of your 2 jobs worth of duties, your manager would look so competent.
Almalexia knows and sees. Our Lady's blessings upon
Don't even mention it.
faithful servant.
Like the artifact of the guy. Pedro sent you to me, did he? Would you like to know something more about the Mazed Band? You're trying to save, or the company's trying to save lots of money by switching their packaging method from plastic containers to plastic bags. Yeah, they could save a lot of money by paying themselves less, I imagine. It's still plastic, just worse. And you can't recycle it. Which, by the way, I don't want to get into it, but you can't really recycle plastic anyway. But you can recycle bag plastic a lot less than hard plastic. Okay. I said I don't want to get into it. Apparently that's a lie. you can technically recycle plastic. And by the way, big quotes on "so I hear, so I've read, so sources tell me, double check me." Ow. We recycle plastic too, and in the US we did too. But recycle is kind of in quotes because it's a wasteful process in the first place. In the second place, no one wants to do it, so most of it just ends up in landfill anyway. And that's because in the third, you don't make any money off of recycled plastic, so it's kind of just a cost sink. And it degrades so much that it's a worse product. No one's buying it. So people are just making new plastic anyway. Yeah, they melt it and remake it into brand new bottle. But are you sure they actually? It's all plastic propaganda. Plasticanda. They can do that. But usually they don't. Because the puddles are all paper thin. That is very true. But that's the point. It makes a worse product. So a lot of companies are like, nah, man, it's cheaper to just get new plastic. Why would we? So people recycle the plastic because they're supposed to. And then it just sits there anyway. It's all a farce by the plastic companies. See, with things like paper, it's a lot more efficient and reusable, and eventually degrades. It's actually cheaper to buy to use recycled paper than to make it from scratch. So it works with paper, it works with glass, it works with metal. With glass and metal, you can do it like forever. With plastic, you can recycle it like one time, and then it falls apart after that. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just telling you that I hear it's a lot less useful than plastic companies like to say. You don't get that much energy from it. And yeah. Plastic company, yeah. I got into talking about plastic recyclability. You unfortunately work for one of those? Really? Oh yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I'm not spitting sources or anything, so. Take all of my frantic soapboxing with a grain of salt and double check me. And that goes for everything I say. Did you know disposable diapers are mostly plastic? I actually didn't really think about it, but that makes sense. Yes, the Amazed Band. Barrelzar himself was a powerful mage, quite powerful in fact. He created the band sometime in the middle of the Second Era, and soon after disappeared. Purpose of the artifact is unknown to me, Joe Rajo. All I know is that the lady wants it. I can only assume it'll allow her to better minister to her people. Though I find that hard to imagine. Fair enough. Hey. I'm gonna be very careful with how I phrase this. Because one time, I said something to this effect, and people thought I was referring to myself. But all type of kink freaks are welcome here, as long as they're respectful about it. There's nothing wrong with what you want to do in your own house, but do consider... I suppose I would ask them to consider a, more sustainable alternative if they're using a lot of diapers. Isn't this the DLC where you work for a god or something? Tribunal, right? We are in Tribunal. And that is, it seems like what we're doing. We're on the, kind of lower end of it right now. You never played the DLCs.
That rat's in the bag.
Isaac getting called out.
These shoes are killing me.
That was last night, though.
Justice never sleeps.
Okay. I need to go back to the basement.
Almalexia knows.
So I've already done Blood Moon. It was... I had fun. It was a little intense. I think something went wrong with the aggro range of literally every entity on the map. You tried giving Oblivion a chance and just couldn't bring yourself to finish it? I can only imagine you're not the only person. However, Oblivion holds a very special place in my heart for being the first game like this that I ever played.
Almalexia knows.
So I don't agree with it personally. But I imagine a lot of people have had a similar experience. I imagine a lot of people had an experience like that with this game, though. I'm not saying I'm one of those people. I am just saying sometimes, especially with an RPG, people can crack it open, and if it doesn't hook you, then it really falls flat. Oh, you played Skyrim first. I am completely lost, by the way.
In the spirits' names.
I know I got to the basement through here before. You always cheat in Morrowind? Nah, I'm not gonna stone you. Do whatever you want. You can even get stoned if you want to, assuming it's legal wherever you are. I'm deliberately not knowing the laws so that I can be general about it. Put your speed and acrobatics up to 99 because you don't like being slow. Yeah, the speed when you start out is terrible. Is it here? No? I'm flailing. Getting stoned? For some people, probably. Oh, it's in the Hall of Ministry. Yeah, what was my birth sign? Oh, Atronach, obviously. A passage in the northwest section of the temple sewers. You're about to blow my mind. Now, I definitely did just set this game to run a few times to start, just to grind myself up to acceptable levels. Have you ever thought about Cruella de Vil is just a code name? Is it even a code name? For Cruel Devil? I'll admit that my mind has already been pre-blown on that one.
Stranger, listen. I have a message I must tell you.
Oh my god. This is like my nightmare. All the ghosts I've been sipping suddenly talking to me. My mind was pre-blown, but it did take a while. My name is Fariner. I was killed by the Black Dark Gang. I beg you, avenge my death. Their hideout is in Old Mournhold Temple Sewers West. Many have died fighting them, but there is a mechanism that can flood the room, drowning the gang. Find a lever that looks like a torch holder near the east end of the chamber. But whatever you do, don't get too close or you'll join me in the afterlife. There's no passage here. I guess this is the Northwest Passage. Just you every day. Oh, that's me when I'm working on the back end of the stream. And then sometimes I look up and I've made like a trivia game or something. At least most of the way. Oh, thank you for the pats. That's why they don't always work great. Wonder why they didn't bring these sprites back in later games. Oh, while seeing Dwemer Ghosts for the first time. Yeah, I can't remember what the ancestral ghosts looked like later. They definitely have a look. Why is the bot so... That's Fargoth. That's Fargoth. You found his ring. Alright. We're in the middle of a fight, but I'm still gonna open up the journal here. Okay. So the journal system, which honestly I like. Let me just find any example. It shouldn't take long. You see, they got these little hot links in here. So you see, oh, like this mentions the Dark Brotherhood. I can click on the Dark Brotherhood and it takes me to all the information I've got on the Dark Brotherhood, right? Very nice, very classy. I like it. But also, it's taking longer than I thought. Okay. At the southern end of the Mosring Mountains. Mosring? You mean like ring? Like Fargoth's ring? That guy at the start of the game, the one who complains he lost his ring at the Imperial site. Yeah, every time it mentions ring, it takes you to this. And now that one takes you to Gaynor. So it's set up so every time it sees ring in any context, there's a 1 in 20 chance that it spits out one of those lines. Coward. I swear, one of the guards has it. Maybe I should reduce the likelihood. Also, for added fun, it doesn't show up on the VOD, so it makes me look insane to the YouTube audience. Please no. I am. You saw the most cursed thing ever the other day. A crochet wiener warmer. Well, sometimes the wieners get cold. They need to be warmed. You need something soft to wrap in. It's like one of those ugly Christmas sweaters. I thought you said for your wreath, and honestly, I'm gonna pretend you did. You got more abandoned crypt up there. And I'm assuming that's where I should go. Oh, jeez. Hi, Belmont. You just had a hitless encounter with the gaping tree. I've been considering whether I want to switch to Scythes and Elden Ring, honestly, for the next playthrough. Not the next playthrough, the Nyx playthrough. The playthrough with Nyx. I've still never played through the first Dark Souls. Or any Dark Souls. I really want to. You did a pure evil playthrough of Oblivion. You killed all NPCs except Yagrim. I mean, it's definitely havoc-y. Never raise your strength above 99 with cheats. You'll break the final boss. You can't kill the Heart of Lord Khan if you have strength above 99. Morrowind. Heck of a typo, but I gotcha. DS1's A Tale of Two Games. First half is probably one of the most incredible games you'll ever play. Second half, let's not talk about it. I got low standards. I'll probably enjoy it. Barlazar, by the way. You have no place here, child of living flesh. The mazed band must not be allowed to leave this tomb. The band should never have existed at all. That was my folly, and this is my curse. For all eternity, I am damned to walk this half-life, to keep my creation from destroying the hearts and minds of mortals. Say, man, those who would challenge my fate will pay with their lives. That's what I'm always saying to the children of living flesh who wander in here. Cool for the first playthrough, but when you step into New Game Plus. I've never done a New Game Plus in Elden Ring, which is the only Souls-like I've completed. Well, I've beaten. It's dark. I see. Or rather, I don't. As you can see, I can't. All enemies deal 5 times damage, all bosses have 3 times HP, and some bosses gain new attacks. Elden Ring new game is easiest of any Souls game. That's how I feel about Elden Ring in general. It kind of kicked the door in on my whole Souls-like enjoyability. Healing 5 times this damage, I don't think that would actually make that much of a difference to me, based on my playstyle. They already were probably doing enough to kill me the first time I went there. Holding your phone with your fingers in a hearth shape. I assume you meant heart. But I was imagining like a little fireplace. I've actually hit the point where I need to take a very small break. But I'll be back in less than 5. So I'm going to get myself a drink and have a little stretch. I suggest everyone else does the same. When we come back, I'll do this fight better, I guess. So, see you then.